everyone. Welcome to week 5 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. And we've got myself, John, we have Abel, and we have Dom. And we're here to talk about all the latest in professional wrestling this week. And we're going to go back a few days to the AEW Revolution pay-per-view. And we're going to talk about some of the matches that happened there. And one of the premium matches there was Chris Jericho taking on Absolute Ricky Starks. What do we think about that match, guys?
The match was pretty decent. It was a good opener to the show. Obviously, Jericho took the L, but Ricky Starks went over, like I called it last week. But I didn't expect Sammy Guevara to come running out for, some strange reason. When I said JS supposed to be banned, but I did like that pounce what Action Andretti gave him.
Out of nowhere.
He sold that. It was pretty good. But other than that, Ricky went over. Now, what's next? Besides,
we'll talk about
we'll talk about afterwards.
Pretty much what I thought where the match was gonna go. Where Jericho's gonna do his thing, Ricky Stark's gonna make his comeback and then show us what he's really got. So it's a little push, but I don't know. Maybe we can get something else out of Ricky.
I think Ricky Starks, it was a good move to have Ricky Starks win the match. The only thing, personal pet peeve is if you have a match, and this is just typical pro wrestling, is you have a match, no one is allowed at ringside. And technically, Sammy Guevara did not make it to ringside. But just little things like that. And it's like supposed to create heat. It's supposed to create things to talk about. And we are talking about it. And it's not supposed to, no one was happy that Sammy Guevara came out, unless you're a Sammy Guevara fan. But that was just a little thing in the match that love his wife.
Everyone's like, what the hell? What the hell is going on?
Yeah. So that's just part of the match, and that's just part of pro wrestling. But I just wish that they just stick to the rules more exactly. But that's what heels do. They break the rules, and
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just like the name of this podcast. Week 5. The next match on the Revolution pay-per-view was Christian Cage taking on Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and that was one hell of a match.
One hell of a match. Great showing for Jack. Definitely leveling up that for me. I definitely think he still needs to work on his promos a little bit, but keep doing your thing, bro. I like what I see.
He really had that aggression out
that
he needed to have against Christian Cage for such a long story.
I honestly think Christian was the perfect opponent for him. Someone who's a veteran, who's been training him and showing him how to win and not even just win, just like how to go about in the business.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your faults, but listen to your veterans. And you'll get to where you need to be.
Shut up and listen.
Shut up and listen. I'm gonna preach that to the day I die.
Shut up and listen. People. Podcast t-shirt coming soon. Pro Wrestling Tees.
So you know how I feel about Chris. I can't stand the dude.
I think it's more of a you hate him so much you actually love him. That's what I think.
No. I know Dom too well.
I can't stand him. And why the hell is he wearing a turtleneck Under Armour t-shirt for one? Why he had is that supposed to make you badass?
That was quite an outfit.
I'm better than you. I don't need to dress like.
But I'm gonna give Christian some props right now.
All right.
Where the hell was this Christian at? Where was this ruthless aggression in Christian? I could get behind this Christian.
Yeah.
He took it to the extreme.
Ooh.
Like seriously, I enjoyed that match.
Mm-hmm.
He made Jungle Boy look weak, strong. Christian choking him out and doing everything he had to do, and I enjoyed the match. It was a hell of a match. They should open the match with that show. Oh, that match right there. Yeah. Open the show with that match.
That should have been the opener.
Yeah, that was good.
My opinion.
That was amazing. And then I did like how the match ended when Jungle Boy put him in the coffin, and the coffin just dropped randomly.
Yeah, they called me off guard too.
That was pretty cool, but
basically tell him go to hell.
Yeah.
Special effects from Dynamite. From AEW. No, it was a great match, and that was the theme of the show as well. Just match after match, just great stuff. And speaking of great stuff, the 6-man tag team championships, the House of Black taking on the Elite.
Woo! Yes.
What do you have to say? You have the House of Black facing off the Elite. It can't be nothing but great.
All I gotta say is Triple H and Shawn Michaels can never come back and wrestle to this day. Because the super kick is overexposed.
Yep.
All the knees, Triple H can't do none of that stuff no more.
Yeah.
But the match alone, oh my God. What a spot.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
A lot of super kicks. I like all these V triggers. But I did get a little excited. As a fan, I want to see Kenny and Buddy go at it. I think them two can have a good show.
You mean Malachi?
No. Buddy.
Buddy.
Ooh. Buddy.
Yeah.
Don't sleep.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's a mirror match. Buddy Matthews, Murphy, whatever the hell his name is, it doesn't matter. He copied all Kenny Omega's moves, and they know that. They played it up to the internet, just with that brief stare down.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, matchup against matchup, and hopefully that's something we can see down the line. But you know how AEW does, building 12 storylines out of one angle, which is cool. But sometimes it goes so long you never see the payoff. So someday, hopefully, we'll see a Kenny Omega one-on-one in a significant feud with Buddy Matthews.
But it was a.
Would it be for the title?
Nah, it don't have to be for a title. It's gonna be a one-off.
I'm saying you trying to build somebody.
Yeah.
And if Kenny's a former champion.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about the champ right now, but would it be for like a different title or?
They could just like any of the feuds, they could develop it out of anywhere. They could build
that's
it.
true.
Just like how Cody won fight such and such,
Yeah, that's true.
Make the list.
That's true.
Who fight you? Yeah. But that match was amazing. Like seriously, like in the upset with them winning the titles, I did not expect that.
House always wins.
Julie
No,
Hart
that
is in
didn't
the house
catch me
of
off.
Alexa.
Oh yeah, everybody knew Julie was gonna get knocked out.
Nah, I didn't.
I knew that.
Julie is a knockout. So.
Yeah, she is.
Speaking of knockouts, sort of. It's a three-way for the AEW Women's Championship. Jamie Hayter, Ruby Soho, and Saraya. And it was a match where, at the end of the match, Jamie got a roll-up pin of sorts on Ruby Soho, which led to Ruby Soho choosing a side of the AEW Originals or the
NXT.
The NXT Invaders.
UK.
Yeah.
Basically.
So
this sucked. The match was terrible.
Yeah.
Ruby Soho sucks. Her whole gimmick sucks. She's terrible.
Nah.
Now she's with Paige and Tony Storm, and they're both good on their own. Like, just come on. I don't want to see no team NXT for the women.
Yeah.
Let them.
I
don't know.
I actually want to talk about that. I mean, they explained a little bit on Dynamite about why she did what she did, and because that storyline, bro, for months, I'm like, where is this going? Like, why all of a sudden Saraya and Tony all of a sudden going after these girls? It makes no sense. You have no background. You're just attacking these girls in this stupid green fucking paint. Like, what is
Everybody should have known she had green in her hair. That shit's gonna turn.
Yeah. You could think about that.
NWO style beatdowns with spray paint.
They spray L's?
Yeah, for
losers?
Losers, yeah. Very
Ruby's
childish.
a loser. Shoot, spray L on her forehead.
Not a fan of
Or not nose. Big enough.
Oh, jeez.
Next up is a Texas death match. Jon Moxley and Hangman Adam Page.
Well, he's got the hangman alright. He hung that man.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, there's pause.
That was a match that, going into it, I mean...
Do not show your kids.
Yeah, no.
Do not show your kids.
Yeah.
Fork you. It's a fork, like a dinner fork. That was used in the matchup.
Bang, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape.
That was tough to watch.
I wasn't really into the matchup. I really wasn't. The build of the hype. It's like I get it. Two former AEW World Champions going at it in a very hype matchup. But I just something was a little missing to me. But the match itself, got everyone into it. It was so well done. It was very brutal, very hardcore, and it was just another tremendous match on another already loaded AEW pay-per-view.
Basically, the end of the storyline was Hangman overcame the odds. He went to another level that he should have went to, and he choked Jon Moxley out, who never taps out, but he tapped out this time because the man was getting choked by a damn chain rope.
Which he put on himself too, which I'm like, I kind of seen. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like,
so just like how Abel said, the Hangman hung him. Basically.
I thought Moxley tapped out a little too quickly, but then I watched it back and I was like, seeing the build up right to before that, and so I could see why he would obviously tap out really quickly. He was being hung.
Yes.
But
you don't want to mess with that when it comes to your larynx.
The Hangman hung, and he
is that the best hanging or the best hanging the Big Boss Man hanging from WrestleMania 15?
Oh God!
They showed up on Raw the next night.
Yo. Oh.
Put some maroon powder on his neck, you know.
Jeez.
Well, if you had to compare the two, Moxley being hung by Adam Page versus the Boss Man, well, the Boss Man had that big, flak jacket, all that, the whole bodysuit, and there's a harness underneath.
Yeah, we saw that.
But Moxley was just
that was legit.
Yeah.
That was.
It was a brutal match.
Brutal.
For the TNT title, Samoa Joe taking on Wardlow in another long-term storyline that had its payoff at this show, and Wardlow walked away with the victory. The match ended in a choke in Wardlow doing the Coquina clutch maybe on Samoa Joe. I just thought on the show as a whole that was like the third finisher finish with a choke submission kind of finish.
Is that the first time Joe ever tapped out? I don't recall Joe ever tapping out in any other match.
Joe doesn't tap out, and if he does, it's very rare.
I mean, that's good for his reputation, the Samoan submission machine, you know. And so he has a reputation of being, tough as nails, and him to tap out, that was to prove how much he was beating up, how tough Wardlow was, but it still felt a little empty, because Wardlow was not as over as he used to be.
He didn't even sell it. After he got,
he
rolled right out the ring.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the next match going.
Yeah. They may have been pressed for time, because these papers do go long.
Yeah, you got Iron Man match.
Yeah. But it was there, it was fine. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, so there we have it. Next up was a four-way match for the Tag Team Championships. The Guns defending against Jay Lethal, teaming with Double J, Jeff Jarrett, versus Orange Cassidy and Danhausen and the Acclaimed. What would you expect from these four teams in that match?
First of all, the Guns need to get their own persona going. All right, you're your daddy ass's son, Billy Gunn's son. You wearing his tights. You got the spots on your tights.
Shawn Michaels.
Your tights is trash.
Yeah.
Then you got one son wearing the Shawn Michaels top. And you got another son rocking the Shawn Michaels chaps. Yo, get y'all shit together. The Guns, they don't do it for me.
They don't do it for anyone. That's their gimmick. It's like, we don't deserve to be here. They deserve to be on Dark Elevation doing whatever they're doing. And their gimmick suits that, but they just happen to find it in with daddy ass getting over.
Everybody expected the Acclaim to, for daddy ass to turn on the Acclaim. That's what everybody expected, but it still hasn't happened yet. I've been cool with any other tag team winning the tag title except for the Guns. They're terrible.
But we are watching the Guns week to week. We're wondering who is going to unseat them, because it could be anyone at any time, because they're the Guns.
Well, you already know they showed up at the end of the match. Best tag team out there right now.
Yes.
FTR. They're back.
They're back. No matter what Dax had to say about anyone at any point in time in history. But FTR is back in the division. They're headed right for the Guns, who sent them to obscurity back in December when they pinned FTR. So that's the next feud for the tag team titles. But where does that leave Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett? Where does that leave OC, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen? Where does that leave the Acclaimed? Who should be in the title picture? The Acclaimed to get their titles back, or here's FTR back? 3 months removed from.
The last time they faced the Acclaim, they lost.
Yeah.
So is there going to be another number one contendership where they going after the belts again, or is it another trios? I just want to do a straight up tag team. I'm tired of all these trio tags. Yeah. Not the trio tag teams, but just 2 or 3 teams. Just one team against another.
Yeah. It's too much going on.
Yeah. It's chaotic.
I don't know about talking to you, but there's just too much going on with the tag team division right now.
In AEW?
AEW. Pride and Powerful, who's not even a tag team anymore. They should have been champs at least one time. Yeah. You had them. Even Dark Order. Yeah. They had one of their versions. They were high at one point.
Yeah. They were really hot.
Yeah, keep going with the high end.
It's just, man.
They got too much talent. That's the problem. And just Dark and Ring of Honor, they keep bringing all these other wrestlers. I mean, who the hell are you? You right here. I seen some dude. I turned on Ring of Honor right quick. I had some dude on the show with some blonde hair. He looked like the dude that played Triple H and Young Rock. Yeah. Oh. Who the hell is this dude?
Spread reasonably talented people out to the show.
You got too much. The Undefeated Jade was not on that show at Revolution. Yeah.
It's a problem of riches. They just have a super overloaded roster, and where do you put so many talented people. It's not like the old days where you had a Bastion Burger begging for a job, and they're put him in the main event on Raw against The Undertaker for some reason. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. There's so much talent. There's so many good athletes around.
But there's only so much time on TV that you can give to somebody.
I seen something today that Warner Brothers want add another hour to TNA or AEW.
Which one?
Saturday night 6:05.
Wow.
That's another hour.
Yeah.
To give them a 6:05 show?
So literally wrestling out every night.
Right now, if this was the year 1996, 97, 98, 99, whatever.
Oh my God.
Lord, I've been getting my ass beat. 1-900-909. 909. Parents, don't forget to get your permission. Yeah.
Phone number no longer active.
Yeah.
Get your permission from your parents and tell them go fuck themselves.
Hey.
Tony's fine.
All right. The final match of the
Hold on. You just said Tony Schiavone.
Yeah.
Did you like Tony calling the second half of the show, Revolution?
Oh yeah, that's right. JR was part of the announced team in the beginning for maybe the first hour or 2 hours, and then Tony Schiavone came and filled in. It's tough to say with JR because when he was on Dynamite as a regular, he wasn't doing very well, even though he has much respect and love from all the fans.
Yep.
He just wasn't doing very well. So to stick him on Rampage on a pre-tape nature, I think that was a great idea. It's like all of a sudden Taz is all like the main color guy on Dynamite.
Yeah.
But when you bring that up, the main event was the Iron Man match. Bryan Danielson and MJF for the title, and you would think JR would do his best work in a match of that caliber.
That's when you bring out JR. You just gotta throw him in there.
So that was a questionable decision, but
I think it's just the chemistry between Tony and Taz and Excalibur.
That's right, JR.
No, you could tell Taz is a different guy when it comes to Tony than it is with JR.
Yeah. So Taz is just so much fun to listen to. So
I want to see Taz choke out Excalibur and rip the mask off. That's what I want to see.
Jeez.
That damn mask off your face.
How rude.
I like that idea though. I'm not gonna lie.
For real. Tap, brother, tap.
I mean, Taz has done that. He's gone from announcer into a brief, on-air role, even though he's already on air a few times. Like in WWE when he came out of the commentary booth. He was still a wrestler though, but he came out of the commentary booth to fight Jerry Lawler at SummerSlam, to fight was it Jerry Lawler again at a One Night Stand?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
To do that brief thing.
I thought he was gonna fight Stone Cold at one point.
Oh man, that would have been crazy.
I'll whip his ass.
Yeah.
Taz managing Samoa Joe in TNA for a time, managing Team Taz in AEW. So he's come out to do certain things away from the announce desk, but him versus Excalibur, I don't know. I don't know where that would lead. So
can he even wrestle anymore, Excalibur? I don't know what his situation is.
I mean, he's probably like Nigel, where he's like probably could, but it's just so beyond him now.
Didn't Nigel have like a really serious injury that he couldn't wrestle anymore? Like something with his...
Wasn't it?
Like a nerve damage or something?
I think it was something.
He had a tricep problem.
He had some blood issue too?
What do you call it? It's just like, he had an injury, but he needed surgery.
Oh, it's kind of like Paul Orndorff. He never got it fixed, so he just...
Orndorff.
You know what I mean.
I seen the documentary, but did he have hepatitis or something like that as well?
Yeah.
I mean... Got it treated. He's okay now.
That's sad.
Fist bump, Nigel.
He ain't got a job. He ain't with WWE no more.
Yeah, what is he up to? So, who knows?
Yeah, COVID.
COVID ruined everything.
It did.
But what it did ruin was this Iron Man match for the AEW World Title. Was the Iron Man match? They gave it plenty of time, even overtime. And how does it rank up to traditional Iron Man matches of the past?
I would say it's one of the best Iron Man matches, even though I was falling asleep half the time.
Oh my goodness.
Rough night, but
yeah. When
I was watching it, I was like very impressed with MJF. I did not think he had that level.
Yeah.
And Bryan Danielson brought him up and showed us who we got for our future.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's one of the best ones I've seen in a long time too. I'm not a big fan of Iron Man matches. It's just too long. One of the best Iron Man matches I've seen is Kurt and Brock. on SmackDown.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
That's the one.
And it was Chris Benoit and I believe Kurt. That was pretty good.
Oof.
So you know what kind of wrestlers I like, whatever. But MJF, I was curious, like, if this man could go 60 minutes, pause, and man exceeded the time frame.
Dude.
And it was just pretty cool how this dude would, get disqualified.
Oh my god.
And then pin the dude. Like, you know what? Like,
that's smart.
I do that shit in the
That's
wrestling
exactly.
game. Like, yo,
This is why he
low
says,
dude,
I'm
and then 1, 2, 3, boom. You get a one right there. That's how you do it. And then I just love the fact how he went to the ring, got the bottle of water, just hydrate right there. He get back to work.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty interesting. Like, I was up for the whole match because
it was
usually drags, but it didn't.
Yeah, not a dull moment in this Iron Man match. They really put a lot of thought into it and had unique moments that we'll remember until the next Iron Man match happens. Yep. That's why you mentioned Brock versus Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match on SmackDown. That was the last one I could recall where something unique happened, and in that match, I don't know about you, but for me it was that same thing. Brock hitting Angle with a chair, getting disqualified, but immediately going for the pin, like 2 pins in a row.
Yeah.
So the one pinfall, one DQ loss for Brock netted 2 for him. So they did that in this match with MJF and Danielson, which happened during a moment at our pay-per-view party where we were all reaching for some candy.
Yeah.
And we missed the pinfalls. And we're like,
damn Snickers.
Who got the Snickers? And who won the fall? So confused.
Yeah, for real. Like, huh, what?
Why at that exact moment, too?
Yeah.
It was true.
But MJF was in incredible shape. Brian Danielson is in incredible shape.
Yes.
Their tights falling off them, and they are tights for a reason.
Yeah.
But they were in such tremendous shape. And MJF, he came to play,
he did.
and he ended up winning. It didn't go so smoothly. They went to a time limit. What was it?
Sudden death.
Yeah, sudden death. And you didn't know what was going to happen. MJF was going to retain, but they had put some drama in there that Bryan could win the title, and and they had the oxygen tank, and MJF nails Bryan with it. Oh my god!
The only thing I didn't like about MJF is how he threw the drink in the kid's face. I did not like that.
Was it a shoot?
I don't know.
Well, Tony Khan apologized for it after the fact, and he brought the kid backstage, and he met a wrestler Powerhouse Hobbs. And then he gave him tickets to the next show, which was in Sacramento for this past Wednesday.
Sacramento
should have limited service.
Yeah,
limo service.
I don't like that. Like, okay, you could be one of the hottest heels out there. Don't disrespect my kid. If I bring my 2 kids there, you know, throw fucking drink or popcorn in my kid's face, I'm swinging. And security better come get me because I'm gonna make a scene. I'm gonna show out. That mother, I don't know if she was a plant. She was standing there like this. He just took it and went like that.
Yeah.
And the kid, he ain't sell it. He's probably just happy to just be on TV, though. I'm be on TV.
The kid should be in pro wrestling, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, so.
Well, he had a raincoat on anyway, so he knew that was coming.
It had to be a pro. I didn't like that. Like, come on, man.
Even as a work?
Even as a. No, don't get the kids involved. No.
Yeah, because they won't understand it.
Yeah, don't get. Like how MJF had Danielson on the outside, he told the fans, move, move, move. He's going to throw him to the crowd. Then he just threw him in the ring, gave him a little finger. Do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't disrespect my child. I ain't like that shit.
Work or shoot.
I gotta say,
he's a dick. That's how he is.
I gotta say work.
That's a shoot. He's a dick.
Yeah.
That's how he is.
Just crossing the line.
He is.
Not.
He'll pay the money. Yeah. Tony Khan pay it. Or sniff it away, one or the other. That's Tony Khan for you.
Yeah. I mean, if he did that to, if he did it to a kid, he would get the reaction that that happened.
Yeah.
If he did to, a 20-year-old, teenager, they're just going to be laughing at him, something like that.
Yeah, but there's fans that go to the extreme, like punching the guys and like smack them.
Do that shit to do it to a kid in front of with their dad, the size of Powerhouse Hobbs. You gonna do that shit?
No.
What, a mean look like that?
No.
Go ahead, do that shit. See what happens.
Or Mark Henry?
Yeah, do that shit. See what happens.
You're gonna have no arms left.
Exactly.
They're gonna hit you with that Mortal Kombat Jack shit.
For real. Do that shit.
Well, I know I would.
What, you gonna try it?
What?
You gonna try it?
Who?
Mark Henry? Or,
No.
Oh, I thought
I'd be Mark Henry.
You just tap him on the shoulder because he hates that.
Like, oh,
That was from a episode of WWE Swerved.
I used to watch that. That was my shit.
that was.
His wife was in on the joke. She's like, Mark. I don't even know what she sounds like. Mark Henry. No, I don't know what she sounds like.
Mark, we love you. Don't hurt him.
But she was like, Mark hates it when some. He hates that. So they had like
I think
the.
anybody hates that shit.
Oh, yeah, that'd be annoying.
Yeah. But. So Mark Henry allegedly really hates that. It's time to kick your ass! Alright. So that was the Revolution pay-per-view. Highly recommended. It was a great show. I had a great time with it. And just another notch in the belt of great pay-per-views from All Elite Wrestling for all you haters out there.
Double or nothing, man. Memorial Day weekend.
Can't miss that.
But to keep on the AEW theme, we had Dynamite taking place in Sacramento, California. Just briefly here, just a rundown of the show. Orange Cassidy in the opening match beat Jay Lethal to retain the All-Atlantic Championship.
That was a nice match.
I actually like the psychology on that too.
Oh man, it was great.
I watched that match twice, and I'm still like, is that a work or a shoot?
Love it.
With the
Well, the legal injection, and he just dropped. Because many years I watched Jay Lethal, I'd never seen him before.
I've never seen him.
And I didn't see Jay Lethal. I didn't see Orange really messing his shoulder like that. So
I was paying attention. I was like,
I'm like, is that a work?
I thought he was working his arm or something like that.
yeah. Orange was working a more methodical, like technical style this match. He wasn't more gimmicky, putting his hand. He was really wrestling.
Yeah, it was.
This is the kind
dope. It was dope. So I love wrestling. I love pure wrestling matches. Like, I love the open invitation and how they did that. But now it's just irrelevant. Now you got the Atlantic Championship or International Championship, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The TNT title was there every week now. So, what the hell are you doing? Like I said, you got too many damn titles, man. I keep going back to that. It's just so much going on. And hey, I like Orange, but
She should have been a TNT champion.
who?
Orange. If he's gonna do this,
Exactly. What's this damn European title all about?
The tale of too many belts.
Exactly. But next week, Jeff Jarrett's gonna go for the title.
I
kind of want him to win,
Yes.
but he can't go every week.
Who? Jeff?
He's gonna Sting treatment. He have tag team matches every week. Come on, man.
You never
You
know.
gonna give Jarrett 12 minutes every week?
I don't think Jared's got the amount of injuries that Sting has in his whole career.
Jared has low mileage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, them silver shoes he had on Wednesday night. I thought he was gonna click his heel 3 times to go back to the attitude era.
At Jared's peak, he was wrestling, once a week in TNA.
Okay, woman.
Yeah, but great psychology. Jarrett, at the end of the match, he took the guitar and he bashed this dude's knee.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I don't know why he took the damn guitar. It wouldn't have broken the guitar.
Yeah.
And posed with it. I understand that, but
Yeah, protect yourself.
Watch out.
but it was pretty cool. It's cool seeing Jarrett back.
I love Jared.
I wasn't a fan of Jarrett either, but I even told him to his face, I was like, I never liked you as a kid, but you did your job.
Yeah.
I won't say I should have Christian, but
He's trying to emulate Chris Jericho's, GOAT status. He has his own podcast. He's, watch out for the Jeff Jarrett Cruise coming your way soon.
would you go? I like country music. I like country girls.
No, because it was on Jericho's podcast. He's like, some people were complaining about the music selection. He's like, listen, it's a rock and roll cruise. It's not a.
Exactly. You
anything
can't
else.
spend Snoop Dogg on
So if
there.
it was a Jeff Jarrett cruise, it's more of a. Maybe I don't.
More country.
Country, yeah.
Yeah.
I love his Impact theme song.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of my favorite theme songs.
What? Yeah, I love that.
It's signature. It's unique. So that's great. You know who it is. But it just echoes of the time of him, running roughshod over TNA until Kurt Angle showed up, and then he became the dude in TNA.
That's something we gotta talk about, like music themes, but we'll bring that.
Perhaps.
We've mentioned it, but we've never like.
That's all right. Keep watching out there.
Subscribe,
Subscribe,
comment, like,
Give us
Cinco.
5.
Cinco.
This match for the Orange Cassidy, it's been the 3 weeks in a row for him defending the All Atlantic title, and at first I thought it was probably the weakest of his 3 title defenses. I thought his previous two.
Lethal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Jay Lethal guy, but I just, until it ended, till the finish, But building up to it, I was like, I like the other two better. They were more dynamic. Big Bill, yeah. That was a surprisingly great match.
Yeah.
So I was just hoping in the back of my head, I'm like, Orange Cassidy, keep that streak going of great matches.
I like how the dude nonchalant just come out with his backpack. Open up the backpack and there's the bill.
Orange Cassidy, you either get them or you don't. And for a first time viewer, they might just like Jericho or JR admitted, they're like, I don't get it. And eventually they got it. And
people still don't get Seth Rollins, and they loving it.
Seth is another one.
Take a shot for that.
Yep, there you go.
Take a shot for the working man. Got a little great.
Yeah, Seth is. Are you cheering for Seth or are you cheering for the song?
I'm cheering for the song.
I was doing it on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is Seth over or is the song over?
Or that outfit, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I don't know whether to
I can
put
tell-
in my bathroom for shower curtains or what.
I can tell you, I'm one of those guys that would be like, I'm more over for the song and the sing along than the guy himself. I'm just not a fan of his current gimmick. Ever since the Fiend messed him the hell up. Ever since that point, Seth Rollins has just been a wild mystery, turning into the boring Messiah. Unless you like that.
Say boring?
That's a
boring.
Yeah, boring. And every time his old music before this one,
burn it down.
His Messiah music, his church speak, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the beginning of Bailey's current thing.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Bailey got a future behind it. I'll tell you that.
A great future.
That's all I want to see is what's behind her.
Yes. She got a great future.
Not ahead of her. Destination unknown.
Yes.
Anyway, we're Dynamite, yeah, alright, so Ruby selling the then the Jericho Appreciation Society defeated Top Flight and AR Fox. Top Flight and AR Fox, I always look forward to seeing them on TV, even if in this matchup they were just background players for the Jericho Appreciation Society to do their wild antics.
What are we gonna do with AR Fox? Because he keeps impressing me every single week.
He's another signee on an overcrowded roster. What do you do with him? I mean, I've been a fan of him for a long time. I discovered him in Dragon Gate USA when he was feuding with Ricochet.
Wow.
You see where Ricochet is, not doing much, and AR Fox. So to me, they're contemporaries, and they just had two different career paths. But I enjoy seeing AR Fox, and but seeing him over the years as I have, every wrestler does the same things. That's what wrestling is. You have your moves and you do them in different order, and that's wrestling. It's just more noticeable with AR Fox. Like, I don't think if you said, hey, Eric Fox, to mix it up, I don't think he has the capability to do that. However, I imagine him facing off against Kenny Omega. Isn't that a great position to be in, Kenny Omega? Everyone wants to wrestle you. Kenny Omega versus anyone. Everyone wants to see that.
Yes.
Kenny Omega and AR Fox, that could just be crazy, even with AR Fox's limitations.
That could be a good main event for In Your House. In Your House Revolution.
I love In Your House. Only $19.95. Next up on Dynamite, the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, defeating the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Johnny Hungy.
Just another backdrop for the Hangman to come out and save his guys. And
BCC's ill now.
Yeah.
They just turned.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe they saw their t-shirt sales going down because they're like, Black Regal's gone. I don't want to represent that anymore. Let's turn heel.
I guess.
I think it's a bad move for Claudio because he's the Ring of Honor champion. And it's like,
well, he ran away last week from Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston called him out. I'm an independent contractor. I'm available. Like, I want you. Let's get this done. And he just walked away. Like,
They've been feuding for years.
Yeah.
I guess he's a heel in all companies now. So there's Claudio. There's an inset promo of Bryan Danielson after the Iron Man match, basically saying that he's going home, and what that could have many interpretations. Is they're just going to give him some time off, take a break, go back to wherever he lives, Arizona, Washington, I don't know, spend time with his family. just writing him off television for a while, or perhaps does going home for Bryan mean going home to Ring of Honor?
It is Ring of Honor. It's not WWE, it's Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I did everything I had to do here. I might not win the title, but my home is back.
Where I started.
Wait, he's down with BCC, right?
No.
He's still busy.
So he can't go against the title, so I don't know.
It's the Bryan Combat Club. They faced, didn't Wheeler Yuta and
yeah, but nah,
they fight each other.
Is he? He's not really.
I haven't seen him affiliated with them recently, but
No.
Well, he's main event program, and you know, but I would just say that I still think they're linked.
I would think he'd go to Ring of Honor. Yeah, but
Yeah, you know, to put some more oomph into that show, into the Honor Club.
well, they who's our pure champion?
Wheeler.
Oh shit! Well, never mind then. He's not. No.
Hey, listen, Bryan Danielson is the kind of guy that did not mind. He enjoyed wrestling in front of the Thunderdome with no fans, no audience, and the name Ring of Honor is the right place to go if he likes that atmosphere.
Oh, jeez.
Perhaps. In the main event of Dynamite from Sacramento, Powerhouse Hobbs defeating short-term champion Wardlow to win the TNT title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. A really rough couple of days for Wardlow. He had his car broken into, everything stolen out of his car, including the belt itself.
It's not the first time AEW Championship got stolen.
Yep.
Right. It was in the Bay Area, and I was there a couple of years ago, and there was just widespread. It could be anywhere actually, but it's just widespread. Like, do not leave anything exposed in your car. Nothing. Not a candy wrapper. Not a bag of mints. Not a phone charger. I'm like, seriously? It's like, yes, people are that desperate to break into a car and just grab anything.
People out there in the Bay Area.
Yeah. It's bad out there.
Yeah.
I get it.
Do better, Bay Area.
But the match started backstage.
Yeah.
They're fighting on top of a car. They broke the car all up.
Yeah.
Broken windshield and all that.
I think that was Howard Finkel's car.
Oh, R.I.P. Howard.
Please. Pour one out. Right here.
Yeah.
The Fink. But
I didn't really like the last minute change into this Falls Count Anywhere, but he had no ring here, so.
I didn't understand.
all right, so
That's something.
I'm
too.
fine with that. Falls Count Anywhere is fine.
Yeah.
But why was he counted to 10?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I was stuck.
I thought it was the last. You basically.
Falls Count Anywhere, you can pin or submit.
You didn't pin him.
I know. Why did the ref start counting? Like,
That caught me off guard. I'm like,
Oh, right,
what is
yeah.
going
why was
on?
that damn rule book AEW's gonna come out with?
They threw it out at the beginning of that casket match with Jungle Boy and Christian Cage, where we're like, how do they end this match?
Same thing with WWE's.
Yeah, like you just making shit up on the fly, and I'm
Yeah.
so lost with QT Marshall. I got the alert the other day saying that Nightmare Factory's done. Now all of a sudden he's with
Yeah.
Hobbs. Like, okay,
But
Hobbs can't do it on his own.
The faction's done?
The faction.
Oh no, where is that guy and that other dude?
Nobody care about Solo. He's way behind Bailey.
We don't care about that Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Solo.
That's
Aaron Solo.
yeah.
And yeah, another job. So nobody care about.
Nobody cares. It's like, well, if
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what happened to the Nightmare Factory.
Losers.
I will tell you what does matter is Monday Night Raw this past week, and one of our very own was there live and in person at Monday Night Raw in Boston, Massachusetts.
This is Boston. This is Boston.
So we'll just go down the lineup, and Dom, whatever live event thoughts you have, we'll pop them in there. And I guess the opening match was Kevin Owens taking on Solo Sikoa, which ended in disqualification. Do you have any memories or thoughts of being at Raw, just going to Raw?
Being at Raw, this is my first time. I went with a buddy of mine, him and his company, and we was in a press box. I wasn't used to that. I'm used to. If you guys are familiar with Boston, you know you gotta go up the escalator with the train stations down and all that shit.
Yep.
Nah, we have a private entrance, elevator. We're secluded. I was like, I ain't used to this. Private bathroom, had food, all the drinks, all that stuff like that. I was so mad I couldn't get a t-shirt. I had to go back to the general public to go get a
Oh, no!
I couldn't
How dare you!
Yeah,
Gross.
I ain't even do that. I didn't get a t-shirt. But whatever. I had a lot of memories. But it was live because you sit right there, you see everybody, and it was dope.
Way worth
It was.
That's not the Dom Williams I know.
Yeah,
You know, the guy who just wants to be in the building.
I just want to be in the building.
Yep.
Shoot, but now I'm high class.
Trademark Dom Williams, just to be in the building.
Be in the building.
I
Pro
mean,
Wrestling
Dom.
Cheese /
Diamond Dom.
We could be in the building. The problem is y'all want to go. $20.
$20?
Monday. Brock and Edge gonna be there. Ooh, you want to go?
Man, I might.
You get some Jamaican food on the way back.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm thinking about it. So we'll follow up on this next week. We'll see if I made it to the whatever it's called now.
Wrong.
So Monday Night Raw.
Amika
Mutual Pavilion,
Yeah.
formerly known as the Dunkin' Center.
Oh, they changed it again?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, everything, I don't know if you noticed, every stadium, arena, whatever, it's all business.
Yeah.
Yeah, they change it every 10 years or
It's
so.
just like New York. Everything's business now.
Yeah, that's it.
So how are they $20 tickets?
Yeah, it's up to you. You know, there's only 2 sections for Providence.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Bring your tissues? No,
Nah, it ain't that bad.
I mean, that good.
Shit, we in the building.
No, I've sat in some of the worst seats in that
No.
arena, and they are pretty damn awful. So.
Nah, that's not bad, because Boston has some terrible seats. I remember I bought a ticket last minute when The Rock came back with the I Bring a t-shirt. We was at the top.
We were like-
section 300-400. Literally like
we
this the whole time.
We can literally go like this, touch the beam.
Well, in that situation, it's like, even for 20 minutes, I don't even want to be there.
Nah.
That
was tough.
I feel
Like
like
just because The Rock got the alert.
Yeah.
Dwayne's gonna be there. Oh, let's go.
I mean, one of the worst arenas, and I've been to a lot of arenas, is the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And because here's the thing, if you sit in the
Parking over there is terrible.
No, it's not.
No, I'm talking about where you find.
No, it's right there, around the corner.
Get
next
out.
to McMahon's Bar and Grill.
To try to get out?
Getting out. Yeah,
Shit.
getting out is the issue, but yeah.
Well,
I.
but just the seating, like unless you have the better, obviously the more expensive, the better seats, the lower bowl and down that way. Anything else above that, it's garbage. And especially considering it's a new arena.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to the Phillips Center in Atlanta, and that's back whenever, and that was for the Hall of Fame for WrestleMania 27 weekend. And
Living in the Hall of Fame.
God, it was just bad, and it's kind of like I'd rather just not be here if that's the case.
I'm to the point now. I don't want. If I'm on the floor, I better be right there. I better be able to slap you or some shit like that. But I'd rather go as we, rising up or.
Yeah,
That's experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the floor seats are for chumps, really, honestly. They are.
Real. Sit your ass down.
Unless you get in there unless you get free tickets, then you sit wherever, and it's kind of like, well, I didn't pay for this. I can't see shit.
Exactly. Go home and watch Raw anyway.
That's true.
It is what it is. So you had some nice luxury box seats. So.
Luxury box seats, had wings, had tenders, had build your own quesadillas.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, it was good. Had a bottle of Tito's, had some
Tito's?
beer, had a private bathroom. It was a good time. I was like, oh man, I want a damn t-shirt.
Never mind this free hot dogs and tenders.
I ain't touched the hot dog. I didn't know it was beef or not. So I don't know pork, turkey, and chicken.
All right.
So I'm good. But nah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it.
You like pork normally?
Yeah, I eat slime. I eat slime, but nah, something about that chicken. I don't know.
I have a personal thing. If you don't eat pork, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Because I love pork.
Pork fried rice.
Waffle rice.
No, I ain't trying to be funny.
No, no.
I can eat pork rice. I cook.
We're not trying to be funny on this podcast.
No.
This is a very serious podcast. Oh.
Shut that door.
That's gonna be funny.
I'm not trying to be funny at all.
Hey, there's no pork in that room over there. Shut that door.
Perfect
Don't cut
timing.
this out.
This is perfect timing.
Oh my god. Wow. Kobe wants to be in the podcast. But Kobe really wants to talk about the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair facing off against Carmella in the second match of Raw. And then we had a little Miz TV segment with Seth Rollins and Logan Paul going face to face.
That was crazy.
The crowd went nuts for Seth Rollins, man.
As they would.
The theme song.
Yeah,
theme
The
song.
theme song.
Jury's still on if Seth Rollins is over or his music is over.
Great wrestler. I can't even deny that.
Yeah.
Top 5 right now.
I mean, one of my favorite, last couple of years with Seth Rollins was him, really messing with Roman Reigns at the Rumble. Yeah, after the Shield gimmick, the Shield gear and all that. So that's Seth Rollins. Omos, on his way to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, defeated Dolph Ziggler. Man,
Sorry, Dolph.
Yeah. Hey, can I say I seen Carmelo Hayes?
yeah.
He was in Dark.
Ah, yeah, he was.
He fought Tozawa.
Tozawa, yeah.
Everybody was like, who the hell is this blonde haired dude. I was like, he's pretty good, but he don't lose. So,
Did he?
yeah, he lost. Because Carmelo Hayes is from Worcester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he got a good reaction. I don't know if you seen the picture that went viral of him, MVP, and Omos and Street Profits.
Oh, nice.
So that was the same night.
Oh wow, really?
The Hurt Corporation.
Somebody just walked backstage. Oh, can I get a picture? Yeah. They sent the MVP. MVP said, watch. And then boom. It just took off from there. Watch out for him. He's gonna win the title at Stand and Deliver.
I don't follow NXT at all, but I do know that Carmelo Hayes is like Shawn Michaels' favorite.
Carmelo Hayes is money.
Ooh.
So, keep an eye out for Carmelo Hayes.
Yes.
I mean, he did beat a former Cruiserweight champion in Akira Tozawa. So.
Yeah.
Worldwide, Johnny Gargano defeated Finn Balor. Wow.
That match was a dud.
Yeah?
It really was. The place went nuts when Edge came out with that. You think you know me. Boom.
Yeah.
Everybody looking, Edge came out, did his thing with the spear. Yeah, that's it. Everybody wants to see Finn and Edge.
Yeah, it translated well on TV too. So
I kind of feel bad for Priest. He got nothing lined up for Mania. Besides, Andre the Giants, if they do that.
He doesn't need to be doing that.
The Judgment Day could run WrestleMania, man. Think about that.
I'm thinking about
Think about every single Judgment Day member winning a match at WrestleMania.
Oof.
That'd be hot. That would be hot.
If the Judgment Day doesn't turn out what they should be after Mania, that's a problem because Rhea should be champion. Yeah. Finn should beat Edge. Dominic, well, we'll talk about that.
He will.
He will go against. I feel like he's going to go against his dad.
And what's Priest gonna get?
Give him one of them AEW overcrowded titles, man.
You know, Priest can have the Kevin Nash role where he just seconds someone, and it's kind of like you should be doing something at WrestleMania, but he doesn't. You know, it's like what was Kevin Nash doing at WrestleMania 18? Just seconding Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Honestly, I'd rather see Kevin Nash versus Steve Austin. I don't see Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Man's probably backstage, icing his knees. I don't know.
Anyway. In a very brief match, Piper Niven defeated Nikki Cross. Tremendous. And then, after you see something like that, you're like, I don't need to see anymore. I'm going to take a bathroom break. And if you do take one of those in your private suite, you might miss John Cena. John Cena with a segment with Austin Theory. And,
did he really cry?
He did. Well, he got emotional and whatnot.
I never seen that in John Cena ever.
That's his last hurrah.
I think Kobe's acting like John Cena right now.
Kobe's gonna get knocked out.
Go ahead, give him another bone. But what do you think of that segment in person? Was it loud and crazy with the fans going nuts for it?
Oh, yeah. Because of him being in Boston, where he's from, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed it.
No one's doing the
FUC.
No.
Nah, not that night.
No way.
Nah.
I think he's built up so much trust with everybody in all the years. It's now to respecting. It's no more like Kurt, you suck. It's more like no.
It's just
we
like
love
you're gonna still get the Kurt, you suck because you love the theme song, but just him being in back, we don't see Cena all the time.
No, we don't.
So it's gonna be nothing but love.
Yeah.
And when he fight Theory in LA, it's gonna be nothing but love.
I know, but I just feel like that promo, he killed Austin. Who is he fighting? Like in that promo, he talks about it. It's like, if I beat you, you're nobody. If you beat me, you're still nobody. Yeah. Then who are you beating? Like, why do I want to see this?
Exactly. You gotta still deal with that crowd the next night after WrestleMania. Like, yeah, you're right. So,
yeah, but like
John Cena said nothing untruthful.
I know, but like,
where does he go?
Yeah. Don't you build somebody up before you? I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know where they take this feud.
Cena just killed him. He just straight mic dropped him.
Dude, and then the nut shot, like he basically emasculated him. Like, here you go. Oh, you need to work on that too. Like, yo, if I was Austin, I would have just dropped the belt, just swung on him. You don't do that to me. You don't fucking nut shot me and get away with that.
Do you think John Cena will take? I mean, they still have some WrestleMania time to build it up. And I'm sure
3 weeks left. Yeah.
Austin's gonna get something over on him. Don't know what.
He probably not gonna show up again.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, is Cena gonna show up to get beat down?
Cena gonna do a rap treatment via satellite? Live from Philly via satellite.
I don't know. It's not gonna work. Not for me.
Yo, Cena destroyed this man. He said, ain't nothing significant about your name. There's nothing right here. The people don't care about you. Well, we said when you asked, is Austin Theory worth $1? Like, Cena said all that shit on live TV. It's damn Cena.
Yeah.
Fatality. That's what Cena did.
Basically,
Yo.
It's sad, man.
Well, there's still time to develop that feud. We'll see where it goes.
How? If he's not going to be there in 3 weeks, then what are you going to do with Theory? You going to have him fight Joe Schmo, win the match, show his abs and his good shoes? Like,
I bet he's going to next week, like, bloody Dolph Ziggler.
I see that.
It's like, former world champion Dolph Ziggler. He beat the hell out of him. It's like,
oh shit, WrestleMania rewinds. Remember that? Fight old Cena opponents.
Oh boy.
Oh
jeez.
Austin Theory and The Rock coming to you.
Oh Lord.
So it was just a great segment to have John Cena back, but we're still not sure. 3 more weeks to WrestleMania. We'll see what happens. So, there was a match with Chad Gable defeating the perennial loser Baron Corbin in a nothing happening match, just some background noise to have Corbin there. And
I seen the Maximum Male Models. They fought a main event. Oh my god.
Not worth it.
Oh.
what's my guy Massey and Monsoir? Not much apparently.
Yeah.
Eminem, they are not. So.
Eminem, no. Rico and Billy and Chuck.
I like Maxine though, I'll tell you that.
Maxine Dupree, yes.
Woo.
Yeah!
But
I don't know about the...
They're the gun club.
They lost in the sauce, man. Like, there's no way you can change characters and you went from this to, no, ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world.
How do you have the 2 worst gimmicks? Like, what is it? Not T-Bar, but...
How you are the greatest Royal Rumble winner in the Battle Royal, and next thing you know, you a male model with glitter in your beard.
Yeah. Yep.
Week 3 of a WrestleMania Goes Hollywood spoof, Top Gun with Miz and Maurice.
I love
Maurice got some Top Guns.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Sure does. I remember when I met her at Access.
Boy.
Did you hit her with the liar?
It is consent.
Or the Wild Wild West? Did you do that? One of those numbers?
In my head. Security stopped me.
No.
You just say hello.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing? How you doing, Kobe? Right.
Oh boy.
But what do you think of that spoof compared to the Titanic one, compared to the Michelle Camera?
We're about to be spoofed right now.
Joker was much better, but
Joker, yeah.
Top Gun was better than Titanic.
Titanic, the worst acting in the world.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I didn't like this one either. I think these are being kind of cheap lately. The WrestleMania Goes Hollywood.
What do you think is
I'm about to edit this shit.
what is it?
Intermission.
All right, so anyway, we're talking about the top WrestleMania Goes Hollywood Top Gun spoof with Miz and Maurice's Major Guns. Oh man, I love Maurice. How could you not? I mean, seriously.
Wow.
I remember we were in Montreal, me and my friends, and we were at the Gentleman's.
She gave a screw job.
And at one of these gentlemen's club, there was a Maurice lookalike, and she was very busy that night. I didn't get a chance to say hello or anything else.
Just that wall.
Just say that.
Bonjour. So anyway,
Shishini.
I mean, these are good.
I enjoy.
So the brand new women's tag team champions Becky Lynch and Lita came out with their bestie.
I gotta
Trish
ask.
Stratus.
Yeah, I gotta ask. What was the crowd like in it? Because
They
it was.
love them. They love them.
It sounded dead on TV for me.
They love them.
Oh,
The place went nuts for Becky, Lita, and Trish. Yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason TV it just sounded.
was there anyone not over live that would surprise you? I guess
Maximum Male Models.
that would
No,
surprise
no.
you.
Like someone that you think is over that didn't get over with.
Dolph Ziggler. Did Dolph Ziggler get a pop?
Had to.
I think I'm making a quesadillas. I don't know. I almost ain't get no love either, so.
Yeah, I can see that.
It is what it is, but.
I can see that.
Poor Dolph. Remember we seen him at Williams Son doing stand up?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was a pretty good show. That's $25, man. Good seats.
A couple beers.
It's here to show the world
Yep.
how great he is at stand-up comedy. And then the main event, running at Raw from Boston, Massachusetts, was Sami Zayn defeating Jimmy Uso with a fruit roll-up. But Dom, you didn't seem like you stayed for the main event, did you?
No, I try to be smart and avoid the traffic because the brother got to go to work to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And
Did you watch the entrances? When did we leave?
no, I left right after the last segment.
The Trish? The main event for you was the lady, your favorite, the women's tag team championship.
I left after that, and I text you. I seen Piper Niven. I said, "Hey, what's up, girl?" She said, "Hey, what's up?" And she still had her makeup on and everything. I'm like, "Girl, it's cold outside. Go wash your face." Put the jacket on.
You seen her without her makeup?
But anyways, you text me like, "Are you for real? Like, you really left?" Yeah, I left.
Because I did. I knew what time it was. I was like, no, this ain't right. You left early, didn't you?
Yeah, we saw that too. I was like, what the hell?
I did get back in a decent time though.
Yeah, it's a 2 hour, up to 2 hour drive.
That traffic, that Boston traffic to Connecticut.
Did you hit any leaving? Even if you went left early?
So, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I ain't
smart.
driving, obviously.
Luxury.
Good man.
I'll drive. I'll drive to Providence if you want. Boston, that's another story. That's another hour.
Yeah.
Who's the real man?
Shoot.
Alright,
But I am mad that I missed the Jey Uso story because, I've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah.
And then I watched it.
And James
Came down,
made the choice.
But you know what?
I feel like anybody can relate.
It's a bloodline thing, man.
bloodline thing.
I can hate you, but you're not going to disrespect my family.
Yes.
You're not going to do that.
Yes.
Let me be the one to talk shit about you.
Yo, I feel the same way.
But not.
I think everybody has family like that.
Exactly.
We will fight, we will argue, we will do anything.
Exactly.
But God forbid someone gets in between us,
Like, no.
we're fucking you up.
You know what? You know what their daddy did? I did it for the Rock. Yeah, their daddy took Stone Cold Steve Austin out for the Rock. Rikishi did that.
I didn't need that.
After that, he was a bad man.
I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
Bad thing.
Exactly. But nah, like, blood sticking in the water. If it was cool, but do you want to transition to SmackDown or you want me to say all about this right now?
Say what you gotta say, bro.
Alright, so 3 weeks left to WrestleMania. We've been seeing more Cody and Sami Zayn's corner. So you know it's going to be the Usos and Sami Zayn versus who? But we've been seeing more Cody than Kevin Owens. But we did see Cody, I don't know if you guys seen it, backstage talk to Kevin Owens.
I saw that.
If you seen it when Rick Boogs and Elias, they was talking backstage or whatever. They was in the corner talking.
Yeah.
But I feel like the bloodline is so high.
Yeah.
Sorry, women's. That tag team match should be in one of the main events one night.
Yeah,
over Rhea. Well, yeah.
That died down. It seemed like from this past Friday, that thing died down.
It has. I just noticed that too.
Well, they still got time to bring it back, to heat it back up.
I don't know how you're gonna heat that up, bro. Not for a main event? No way.
Yeah, I mean, really,
It's
like Charlotte and Ronda was like last year's night one main event, right?
That's what I'm. Why?
If Ronda would have won and not had a screwy finish, then I could see that. But
why isn't Ronda in the main event?
Ronda said she didn't want to. She didn't want to go for the title. Like she don't need for her to.
Maybe she has a good self-realization. It's like she just wasn't over in this run. She just wasn't.
Ronda?
Yeah. I don't think so. She was the champion. Yeah. She lost it for a period. She won it back, and I was a Ronda Rousey fan. I have a really cool Ronda Rousey shirt.
She doesn't deserve to be in WrestleMania this year.
No,
it just wasn't happening. It wasn't.
I gotta give respect for that, for thinking like that, though.
Yeah, it's a business, man.
But no, some people are more selfish and like, no.
She's like a Brock, where it's like, listen, I just want to do what makes me happy. If I'm not being happy, if I'm getting shit on for being the women's champion Solo, and it's like, you know what? I never got to team with my best friend in the company.
Yeah.
Let's team up with my best friend in the company and give her a little push up to some more status in what she was doing.
Can I get the Shayna Baszler from NXT?
Yeah, this is what pisses me off about that.
Like no glam, Shayna Baszler.
I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of that Shayna Baszler.
I was a fan of her. She kicked the ass.
I respected the push, but
Yes.
I didn't really care for her.
She was the top one down there.
What was her
Beat the
name?
hell out of Ember Moon.
Snap, crack, or tap?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
You tell a girl that? Oh. Or
The girl tells you that.
You want to tell a girl that?
Hey, baby. Snap, cracker. I don't know.
She always gonna be tapping.
We got Friday Night Smackdown opening up with a fatal five-way.
That's what I call that too. Smackdown.
Snap down.
They wiggle.
It's effective in real life. Fatal five-way #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental title. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, L.A. Knight. Yeah! Xavier Woods covering for the injured Kofi Kingston and Karrion Kross.
Dead in the water now.
So,
Ugh. I had so much promise for him, and now
that entrance is fire though.
no, you can't even top that.
That
That's
entrance is fire.
Karrion Kross started, he became hot if you even got to that level of temperature of hot.
yeah.
In NXT, during an era, I didn't watch NXT.
Yeah.
So Karrion Kross doesn't mean anything to me in that sense because I didn't see him at his best. But I do see him. I do have eyes, after all, and I can see. He's a good-looking pro wrestler, and he's got a good gimmick, good entrance, and all that stuff. But that's all it is so far. He's not doing much. But that's Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is his own story. But the main story coming out of that Fatal 5-Way is Drew McIntyre and Sheamus doing a double pin, and they're going to have a one-on-one
Nah, it
match.
wasn't a double pin. Well,
Two
two guys got pinned, but
That was stupid. That was
no.
really
So I was curious
like
because for weeks, if you read the dirt sheets, which I try not to, but shit just pop up. They're saying Gunther's gonna have a triple threat match at WrestleMania against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre.
I kind of saw that coming
Cool.
anyway.
Sort of.
And then they announced this Fatal 5-Way, the winner go face Gunther. I was curious to see how the show's gonna play out. I was real curious. Oh, hold on, before I talk about what I was gonna say. Did you see that referee slide into the ring when Jessica Carr couldn't, I don't know, she didn't see the pin, whatever, like he just came in from the outside.
No, she was the one that.
No, the dude came in.
Was it him? I thought Jessica Carr was the one that came in.
She was already in the ring. Did you see that?
That was the one. This is what I saw a clip of, and I was like, I don't know who the original ref was.
Jessica Carr was.
Okay.
And then the dude came from the outside to make a pin. They kicked out whoever it was, but
Why was he there?
Yeah.
just needed to force her for the outside, I guess.
Drinks, you owe me a shot.
Pull it up. Pull it up. But I didn't understand that. Like, she's in the ring, she's not knocked out or nothing like that.
Yeah,
Why are you coming in from the outside of the ring?
She's the head referee. She should be
Yeah,
the one making the
she
count.
can see.
That's like that's just something that happened in AEW. They get reamed apart, but in SmackDown, it's kind of like, this is weird. All right, we'll keep moving with it.
I think it's because with WWE, you respect the referees and they actually.
We used to respect the referees because we used to know their names. We don't even know their names nowadays.
I was gonna say, I'm like, put some respect on Rudy Charles' name. You know, that's not the way they call him in WWE.
Which one's Rudy Charles?
The guy, the non-Jessica Carr.
What, black one?
Huh? No.
That's Aja.
No. This finish, the Fatal 5-Way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, Lil Nate.
No. There's Lil Nate, but this
Yeah,
guy,
but
who's
Charles Robinson.
aside from Earl Hebner, he was like the lead.
Charles Robinson.
No. In TNA, the lead referee was Rudy Charles, and that's who
Then he was WWE?
under a different name, but to me, he's unmistakable. Hey, what's up, TNA referee Rudy Charles? And lady on Twitter, Lady Ref Jessica Carr.
Yeah, but
She was the one that helped Aubrey get to where she's at.
yeah, and she didn't get no recognition.
Well,
anyways,
Moving
so
on.
I was curious to see how that match is gonna play out, how they're gonna get to that triple threat.
We could have another schmoz next week.
They both, yeah. Now, Sheamus and Drew fight next week.
So it'll be DQ.
It's not gonna happen.
I call DQ on that.
It was kind of cool seeing that Fatal 5-Way. Besides Sheamus, that's an Impact match right there, man. That's all Impact wrestlers right there.
Yo, that's true. When you think about that. That is true.
Oh. Was Cross in TNA?
Yeah, Cross was in
Killer.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Killer Cross.
I won't question
We
that.
didn't watch that part of TNA, but
Yeah.
I seen the names.
Killer Cross. Yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, Mike Bennett and Myriad Canales was a big thing in TNA for a little bit.
Ooh, Maria.
Okay.
Then they announced the first inductee into the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame.
Well deserved.
Booyaka! Rey Mysterio.
He deserved it. He threw me off guard. Well, not him, but the company threw me. I did not expect that.
No.
Because I literally was sitting there watching. I was on my phone and it said, "Oh, the Great Muta is gonna be inducted." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
So
And
is that still a rumor? Because it
It's
says
a-
that he's the first. Rey Mysterio's the first.
Yeah, it's the first. What? They got 3 weeks. What? They gonna be on 4 people?
Well, I thought. Was that fake? Stacey Keebler being announced?
I don't know, but they said the first inductee is Rey Mysterio.
All right.
You got so many Raw and SmackDown. You can.
He had a Hall of Fame career.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio is the greatest luchador of all time.
Yeah.
Any disagreement?
For me, no.
No, but what? So Rey Mysterio being the first inductee. What are some of our best Rey Mysterio memories? Rey Mysterio matches, feuds, angles, moments.
For me, I met Rey Mysterio at Dodge, and he's mad cool. He's mad cool.
I would bet.
Little dude, I have a picture. I'll send you a picture. You put it on the podcast if you want.
Let's edit it too quick.
Yeah, it's true. He's a cool dude.
Fast.
But besides his match with Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc, the only thing that stands out to me is, remember when the NWO was invading?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they backstage, how the fuck you gonna try to cross body block Kevin Nash? Yeah, Kevin Nash threw me like a lawn dart. That's just hilarious.
That is like the most famous.
And then Kevin Nash unmasked him too.
Yeah.
But I did see Conan's gonna induct him, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
That's how you fight the cartel in Mexico. Crossbody blocks.
His little 105-pound ass.
We mentioned all the international gangs on here. Yakuza, cartels.
And it was pretty cool to see.
Next week. Hashtag. Beep. Okay.
It was pretty cool seeing him win the title for the first time.
Yeah.
At the
WrestleMania.
the 3.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And the Orton and Kermit.
Hey, but Rey Mysterio memories and matches?
My very first memory, I can't remember which one it was, is with him and Dean Malenko.
Oh yeah.
I know which. I think you know which one I'm talking
Great
about.
American Bash.
Yes.
And then the rematch on the next night.
I was like, who the hell is this dude?
Yeah, right?
I'm like, I gotta watch him. And that made me watch WCW Nitro.
Yo,
watching that match.
The way how WCW start off Nitro with the Cruis-ador.
The Cruis-ador! Arriba!
The drink.
He said something fucked up. Take a shot.
With the cruiserweights, Cruis-ador.
The Cruiser Bells.
Yo, that shit was dope, man. Because they went to the cruiserweights, then went to like the TV title dudes like Chris Benoit, guys like that, and then this heavyweight time. So yeah.
For me, one of the greatest TV champs was Booker T.
I can dig it.
Yo, I respected Booker when he had that belt.
Oh yeah. He
And
retired
Chris.
Rick Martel.
And Chris Benoit.
Kobe, what do you think?
Yeah.
The cruiserweights, the TV title, it was cool, but I felt like after when NWO came in, that belt didn't matter.
No.
Oh yeah. WCW '96 before the NWO blew them up. They're very structured in a weird manner. Like they had, and it was cool. I liked it back then. Then the NWO kind of messed everything up. But
So that was WCW.
WCW was very distinct pre-Nitro era, pre-NWO versus Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
And it was very appealing, and that's why you had WCW only fans. That's why when WCW went out of business,
They say that OnlyFans?
huh? WCW only fans,
Oh, okay.
all teachers, all trainers.
Spice.
Oh shit! The redheaded Nitro girl. Oh.
Ain't that Shawn Michaels' wife?
No, that's not. A Fire. I think her name was Fire. Like Fire Festival.
Ginger.
Charmel.
Yeah, she was a ginger. Charmel's a Nitro girl, and I remember, they had like a pay-per-view commercial with like a Nitro girl swimsuit.
Why doesn't AEW have their own AEW girls?
Because they got too many titles.
Because they got respect to win.
I mean, they got their own girls, but you know what I'm saying.
Major guns.
What
was your Rey Mysterio moment, man? What's your favorite, man?
Just trying to throw it off in a different path a little bit. I am a toy collector. I do enjoy the toy industry, especially wrestling action figures and such. And in WCW, when Rey was unmasked, they made a figure of him. When he was part of like the No Limit Soldiers kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
So he kind of had like the blue camouflage pants and no mask. There's a
what are they called?
No Limit Soldiers.
No. There was something else.
Filthy Animals.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So they made figures of all these guys, and they had a unmasked Rey Mysterio action figure, which I bought, I had it, and I sold it on eBay for a very good price many years later. So that's one of my Rey Mysterio stories. Wow. But as for in the ring,
I don't know if I could have sold that.
I know, but
Bobby said, "Man, he's ugly."
I love Bobby, man. I wish he was still around.
And it wasn't okay. So
even just to say, he'd be one of those guys you want to listen to at a table for three.
Oh, Bob, yeah.
Oh,
ring, yeah. Humanoids. I remember when Juventud Guerrero got unmasked, and a friend of mine at school, 7th grade, he watched the pay-per-view, I didn't, and I was like, oh, so what happened at the pay-per-view last night? Slamboree, Super Bowl, whatever it was. And it's like, oh yeah, Juventud Guerrero, he got unmasked. And I was like, oh yeah, how's that? What does he look like? He's like, he's actually pretty good looking. So is Rey Mysterio, a handsome man.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, him winning the world title in that three-way match at 22 based off the Eddie Guerrero, I don't want to say angle, but Eddie Guerrero, unfortunate demise. But that was a very special moment. When Rey Mysterio, he left WWE. Oh, like after WrestleMania, it was 2014. I think it was after WrestleMania 30. Rey Mysterio faced Bad News Barrett in a match, the Raw after WrestleMania, and Barrett was over as fuck. And Rey Mysterio was not at that time. He was actually teaming with Sin Cara at that time. And I remember that match, and it's just kind of like, poor Rey Mysterio. Look what the hell happened. He left the company shortly thereafter. He joined Lucha Underground. He
killed the guy.
He was he was at All Out, All In, whatever, or something like that. And then he made a surprise appearance at the Royal Rumble, 2018 maybe.
I feel like his affiliation with All In was the reason why WWE was like,
they took him back right away.
Like, we can't let that.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio, at that point, he was killing it on the indie scene, the WWE scene, and then they brought him back and they just did nothing.
He was killing it. Killing man in the ring.
Shut up!
Hey, Google it. Rey Mysterio and some Mexican dude.
They brought Rey Mysterio out. They poked his eye out, eye for an eye.
Over context.
So he hasn't had like those amazing matches that he had on the indie scene, but he did have a great match with Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series for the world title. Very, very hot match. So Rey Mysterio, a lot of great matches, a lot of great segments, memories, angles over the years. So
Brock's
one of those guys.
Brock's another guy who's very, very unappreciated. We don't appreciate him. He's gonna be like Cena, where when he's gone, we're really gonna be like,
I consider him gone now.
Well,
he'd be a Providence on Monday.
No, but like we've talked about it. Like, damn, we all talked about like when Cena was around, we hated him and like can stand him, and now that he's gone, it's like, yo, I miss that dude.
I appreciate Brock Lesnar. What I don't appreciate is him just coming in and just messing things up. But you just define that as Brock gonna Brock. So you have the Money in the Bank match with the lineup announced ahead of time for weeks and weeks and weeks. Who's gonna win this match? And then the day of the show, Brock Lesnar just comes out, joins the Money in the Bank match, wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. What the F?
Yeah.
It's John Laurinaitis' fault.
So when Brock does it, if you are an absolute Brock Lesnar fan and he does shit like that, you're gonna love it. As just a guy who likes wrestling as a whole and just wants not equality, but fairness in a way. Just things that make sense. It never makes sense when Brock comes in and does his things.
We all know Brock is not somebody who's like all the other wrestlers.
He's special. Yeah.
He is very, very special.
That's why he don't need to be on TV every week.
He doesn't.
He retires at every appearance. How many times has he made his last appearance? How many times has Roman beat him only for him to come back again? And I forget exactly, but I think it was Braun and Roman in the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is going to be something. And then Brock shows up at the end of that. It's like, why? Why? Oh, he just signed a new contract for 3 more months. It's like,
Hey, Brock, I got some ideas. I got some money for you. You want to come on back and dominate?
Okay. All right.
Listen.
I don't know what accent that was.
When you got the charisma like Brock.
Brock.
Alright.
Brock Lesnar right now is the Ultimate Warrior 1996.
Don't fucking disgrace
Hell no.
goddamn near Brock Lesnar like that.
No way.
It's like the Ultimate
Brock
Warrior.
can wrestle.
The Ultimate Warrior
And talk.
disappeared in 92, 91, and for a big money contract, it's like, well, we're desperate. Let's bring back the Ultimate
You
Warrior.
remember that?
Hell no.
No way.
You tripping.
Big money signing, because they didn't have anyone else. Diesel was a failure.
In what year?
96. Diesel as the WWF champion for 1995. Failure.
They brought him back because he's still a household name. Warrior. And I love Warrior.
At
What
that
am I
time,
doing?
wrestling fans.
It shifted.
Wrestling fans as an audience in 1996, a quarter of what's right now.
Because the other channel you had I got Hulk Hogan, I got Scott Hall, I got Kevin Nash, I got Sean Waltman, I got
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
No.
March 96. Not yet.
Yeah.
all right, you got me there.
WCW had Loch Ness.
You could be fickle, man. We as fans.
Yeah, but WWF had Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Diesel.
But not a draw.
To
At
time.
that time. Not a draw.
Yeah, that was a
Who
hurt
was
area.
champ?
That was a hurt business right there.
Was Shawn the champion at the time?
Well, you can say no.
In the March,
Brett
yeah.
was. Because, no.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Ultimate Warrior.
Come on, Brett. You gonna sell tickets?
Coming back at WrestleMania 12.
You're my favorite wrestler.
Yeah. So, Brett was the champion at the time. He just
Warrior
beat Diesel.
came back with a baseball cap and shit.
Well, that was after.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, it was terrible.
No, watching that when he did come back, Jerry Lawler saying, I heard he's 500 pounds and he's out of shape, and he comes out normal like he always does.
That was one of the worst WrestleManias, man.
He beat
12.
Triple H?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
12 up there with 8 with me.
I don't know.
Who was the main event for 12?
Brett and Shawn.
You don't remember that shit?
Ooh.
Yeah, Bret Hart fan. Yeah, that shit.
I watched it at my friend's house.
That's what I don't remember.
That shit's overrated. That shit's overrated.
It's tough for
No,
me.
I watched it.
It's overrated.
Honestly, good match.
For its time, for 96, yes. But
Yo, for those two dudes to go 60 minutes at that time?
That match
for
could
its
be
time,
overrated.
for its time, it was a good match, but it was
when you think about it, those are 2 Hall of Famers.
Oh, of course.
I mean, we're the biggest Bret Hart fans back
Yes.
then, and we can't stand Shawn, but shit, Shawn,
That
I gotta give him
The
his.
match was nothing special. Compared to all the other Iron Man matches we see
Yes.
now, like I said, that was like the introductory. But Bret and Shawn had better matches than that shit, man.
Yeah, I give.
Remember that ladder match they
Yes.
had? The
Yes.
IC title? Yes.
If you bring all that, but
Yes.
for Iron Man match, for those two,
For it being the first one, I didn't like it. That shit was terrible, man.
I think
It was a lot of rest holds. That was the thing.
Yeah,
But you like
know
wrestling.
what?
I like wrestling,
That's pure wrestling.
but
They brought it back to pure.
I
was pure wrestling.
But I'm 8 years old. I don't care about.
I was 10, 11.
I don't care about that shit like that. Like,
No, I agree.
Yeah.
The Iron Man match, Bret and Shawn, regarded over the years as one of the best matches. It really wasn't.
it
For
was
the time, it was different and unique. So that's why it has a legend, a lore to it. But if you watch it today, it doesn't hold up probably.
I can't stay away from that shit.
But for me, WrestleMania 12 was different.
Speaking of great
12 was
matches,
trash.
because we've been talking about all these roll-ups and stuff and all
Yeah.
that. One of the greatest wrestling matches of all time was Macho Man versus.
Roll up.
Yeah.
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 And I was playing.
Yeah, but damn.
But I like an inside cradle is not a roll up to me. A roll up is a schoolboy.
Oh yeah.
Schoolboy's like, what, that basic maneuver pins everybody in pro wrestling?
But my thing
Schoolboy is when
grab your crotch.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's Schoolboy.
Yeah, inside cradle, my straw cradle. Those are cradles.
When is the best time to use that?
A Schoolboy?
Well, yeah. Speaking of, like, especially the title match.
Only time
cheap.
It is cheap, but the only time is to protect the finisher. That's it. Can't get off guard. That's the only time you use it.
So you don't.
So whenever you see it, it's a protected finish. You're like, oh, it is a cop-out.
Well, for the wrestling fans, they might not know, but
better. So basically, you're saying like,
all right, so
I beat you, but you didn't. I didn't get that finish off you.
Hey,
pause.
If Shawn and Brett didn't win with a sharpshooter or sweet chin music in the Schoolboy, nobody would have expected that. Oof. Nobody would have expected that.
Oof. Can you imagine inside cradle or ooh?
I like inside cradle.
Nobody would have expected that.
With the last couple seconds left.
Dude, you know what? Do that shit on overtime when they had it. Nobody would have expected it.
Oh my God.
Everybody expected sharpshooter or switch in music. Do some shit like that. That's when you gotta put it on there like that.
But why is it such an unkick-outable move?
I don't know.
Unless you're Dewdrop. Excuse me, Piper Nevin.
God, I will never call it that.
You got the girth against you.
Yeah, I seen that shit, man. I was really.
You seen her in person?
I seen her in person too, but your big ass legs can't do one of them numbers. Throw the hand up right quick. Like, that's just bad booking right there, man. That's all that shit is.
It's just a basic Schoolboy roll-up is just a cheap finish, especially when you're expecting a better finish. It can happen in any match, of course, but when you're expecting something more out of, say, a main event match, Schoolboy's not going to.
If you hit a Schoolboy right now with Cody versus Roman, oh my God. Yo.
So, sometimes match finishes happen, and it's really shitty if you hate the guy winning. But if it's a guy you like and they win with Schoolboy, you're like, I'll take it. And apparently I do this a lot in the videos.
My thing is, if Cody does that, let's say he wins with a Schoolboy, he won't. But
yeah.
If he does, what's left for Roman?
Hold on. Even before you answer that, do you want to see that WrestleMania? Do you want to see Cody win the title with a Schoolboy at WrestleMania?
That's a good topic. What's the weakest main event WrestleMania finish?
Ooh. We might have to say that for the next podcast, because that is going to be...
We ain't done yet. We just got more topics to go.
It's not necessarily a topic per se. It's a question. What would be the weakest main event WrestleMania finish? Let's see. We'll answer that in week 6 of the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
We ain't done yet, though.
No, we ain't done. We still rolling.
Well,
I still want to throw out this. I want to throw out this factoid. Is that WrestleMania 12 was like my first WrestleMania as a fan.
You been there?
You went there?
No. As
watching,
starting to watch it.
Okay.
I started watching in December 1995.
Right.
Smoking guns.
All right. Hold on.
So it does hold a different place in me. So to say it's one of the worst manias, I can't necessarily agree with that.
How far back did you go after that?
Oh, before that?
Yeah.
That? I actually stopped when I was more of a kid, because you're still a kid at that time.
Well, you got a couple.
I stopped watching wrestling because I never saw Hulk Hogan on TV. And of course, at that time, he wasn't on TV. He was only in the the special stuff. He wasn't on Wrestling Challenge.
So your first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 12.
My first WrestleMania to this day, as a fan at home, was WrestleMania 12.
All right.
So to see Savio and Stone Cold, that's when Stone Cold was nobody. The ring match. That was a decent match. You had Ahmed Johnson, Vader, right? Jake the Snake, and someone else versus Camp Cornette. I liked that match.
All right. So from 12 to 38, your best WrestleMania you watched.
Wait, no, you still had Diesel Undertaker. I really love that match. Diesel Undertaker.
Really?
Yeah, really liked it because it was
and he was gone after that.
We get Diesel. I didn't watch Diesel's run,
13?
but when I came into the business, I thought he was really cool.
Yeah, it was the last WrestleMania.
I thought Diesel was cool. So him versus the Undertaker, big man. I thought that was a great match.
Big Daddy cool.
Yeah. So Ultimate Warrior, a guy from the last time I knew wrestling, coming in. I was like, that's cool. And that's all.
So you think 12 was?
I like 12. I don't think it was the worst Mania, but
So what's the worst Mania do you think?
I personally do not. I mean, I want to watch it back, to refresh my memories. But I think 15 was one of the worst ones.
That was
Philly.
Stone Cold and The Rock, the first one.
Philly.
Sable and Tori.
I was telling you,
we were talking about
I don't remember the undercard. I do not remember.
We were talking about it the other day.
Road Dogg was supposed to be the hardcore champion, but they flipped it to be him in the Intercontinental title match with, I don't fucking know, Ken Shamrock.
What the fuck? Yeah, it just sounds...
Billy Gunn was in the Intercontinental title match. They switched it, so he was in the hardcore match with, I don't know. But WrestleMania 15, X5, the Raging Climax, just call it an orgasm.
Do you think 15 is worse than 2000?
2000, another one of those where I didn't watch. But there's nothing compelling me to watch it. The big thing about that WrestleMania 2000,
The Fatal 4-Way, every McMahon, every corner.
well, that secondary, the bigger one was the first TLC, non-TLC match, the ladder match, the Hardys, Triple H,
Oh, man.
the Hardys, Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian.
That was beautiful.
That was the highlight of WrestleMania 2000.
Yes.
Then the Fatal 4-Way, and then Kane and Rikishi versus DX. I don't know.
So what WrestleManias you vaguely remember?
Vaguely remember?
Vaguely remember.
So that would be 15, 2000, 2001. Rock and Austin in the
17.
in the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, that's 17. WrestleMania 17.
Oh.
I've watched that because my not brother-in-law. Oops, he'll never watch this. My sister's ex-boyfriend taped it on VHS, and he gave me the VHS. And of course, at that time, before the internet, I watched that tape so many times. So I watched WrestleMania X7 a lot, and it is well regarded as one of the best WrestleManias.
Yeah. 17 is.
I still didn't watch it to the full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And honestly, the main event, I think the tag teams, they could have been the main event. That's how good they were. They were better than Rock and Austin.
WrestleMania over the years. That's a whole hour and a
That's
half.
crazy.
by itself.
Yeah, it's seriously,
It's crazy to say that.
Because
A tag team.
I remember
match.
the first 10. And then 11, I really don't remember the undercard. 12 was trash. I remember 13. 14 was good. I don't remember the undercard for 15, 2000, which is 16, 17, 18, 19. But after that, boom.
I mean, the more recent WrestleManias with Roman headlining and being not over as he is right now, versus Triple H, versus Brock the first time, versus Brock the second time, versus The Undertaker. You can pick moments out of those matches. I'm a perfectionist, so Undertaker and Roman botching a tombstone reversal.
Yep.
That kind of sticks in my craw.
Yeah.
Sticks in my craw.
Yeah, that's right, crawdaddy. So little things like that. Brock, live, WrestleMania 34, New Orleans, baby.
Nolans.
Nolans.
Take a shot.
Uh-oh, you gotta pour yourself something. Go ahead, bro.
Let's look at some Voodoo Ranger.
How much SmackDown talk we got?
Just a brief amount, because believe it or not, we're going to run out of footage soon on my memory card. So let's finish SmackDown up.
Well, I got a question.
Yeah.
Got a question after that.
With the Viking Raiders defeating Ricochet and Braun Strowman. Poor Ricochet and Braun. Braun's being an asshole on Twitter, but Ricochet is one of my dudes. And unfortunately, he's just going to miss another WrestleMania probably.
Yep.
Next, Charlotte Flair. Woo! Versus Shotzi Blackheart. Next.
Yes.
The Usos, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn segment that we just watched moments ago. Just keeping the heat on the Bloodline storyline. Keeping it
You see
going.
what I'm talking about?
How the hell?
Where is Kevin Owens?
Yes.
There's more Cody than Kevin Owens.
Cody's going to have to split off and do his Roman thing, and that's when Kevin Owens.
And my thought is, I thought you wanted to
Obviously,
keep those guys away from each other, but oof.
Do you think Sammy is his crowd reaction dying down from these past 2 weeks?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed that shit too.
And it's natural too. It's not even like WWE's doing it. It's the crowd is doing it.
Because WrestleMania is set in, the main event is set in stone.
Yeah.
They want to see Sammy and Roman, not Sammy versus the Jay and Jimmy. That's just fact.
We called that like weeks ago. We said was it week 4, 3?
Yeah.
Just subscribe. You know damn well what you gotta do. Hit that subscribe button.
Wrestling is at an all-time high right now. Be a fan.
Yes.
Enjoy. If you go to a movie for 2 hours, you can sit there and watch wrestling for 2 hours.
Yes, you can.
It's a lot of stories.
Last
We're not done yet, though. We're cutting it off.
What's up, Dom?
You got another SmackDown topic?
Just next week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre takes on Sheamus in a #1 contenders match, and we'll see what happens with that match.
It's gonna be some type of fuckery, and it's gonna be a triple threat match at WrestleMania against
That's right.
Gunther.
Good with that.
So what's the burning question you got
The
there?
burning question is, since we was talking about WrestleMania, and everybody loves WrestleMania like I love WrestleMania, the question is the Heart Rate Kid Shawn Michaels considered Mr. WrestleMania in your eyes as a die-hard wrestling fan?
No, but let's save it for episode 6.
We're not gonna do that.
No, we gonna save this for episode 6.
We ain't doing that shit. Well,
We're gonna leave.
You ain't gonna be here episode 6.
No, I'll be here. You give me a call, I will answer.
God.
Is Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania?
No.
Do you consider Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania?
I don't. Me personally, I don't.
John?
It's hard to argue. Name another guy that has had as many WrestleMania top matches,
Undertaker.
quality matches.
No,
Undertaker.
I'm taking him off the board.
All right.
I'm taking him completely off.
Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge,
Roman.
Roman. All right. The reason why I said is Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania, he has a record at WrestleMania of 6 wins and 11 losses.
That's right.
He has some great matches. Does that make him Mr. WrestleMania?
Well, it's not about the wins. It's about the quality of the match.
Yeah, are you looking for moments? Or are you looking for wins?
I asked you that, guys, a few weeks ago. If you're at WrestleMania, do you want the win or do you want the moment?
Shawn Michaels has, I would say, even if it was like a 5-star classic, that's considered a moment versus a win. So Shawn Michaels, he had his top moment ever in his career, WrestleMania 12.
So my thing is, WWE has always said, we're making movies. And movies, you remember the moments. You don't remember what happens at the end.
All right, so
name
name all 17 WrestleManias of Shawn Michaels.
Sheesh. I can't.
I can name Undertaker's.
Tito Santana.
Tito, Brett.
Didn't he face Mr. Perfect at one?
He lost to Cena twice.
Who, Shawn?
Face Diesel.
Are you including the Rockers?
Oh, there.
Yeah, don't forget the Rockers.
That counts as part of it.
And he fought El Matador, Tito Santana.
I think what's
Lost
similar.
Taker twice.
He fought WrestleMania 9. It was...
He was involved in Taker versus Triple H.
Okay, this is why Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, just based on these things. Is the ladder match with Razor Ramon revolutionized the industry.
I love that match.
Even though we're talking about
Even though the better ladder match was Brett. Even though
we were talking about the Iron Man match not being as great as it was purported to be, it's still a highlight, and still Shawn Michaels winning the title. The boyhood dream has come true for Shawn Michaels.
The second ladder match at SummerSlam was much better than the first one.
Yes.
Or Razor.
Yes.
Or Razor Ramon.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
SummerSlam 94.
That was a better match.
They weren't allowed to use the ladder in that match.
No.
I didn't know
They chose to not use the ladder.
Because they're friends.
So Shawn, we're just all talking about defending Shawn Michaels' title, Mr. WrestleMania. So you have the Razor Ramon. You have Razor Ramon in the ladder match. He headlined, sort of, with Diesel at 11. He won his boyhood dream at WrestleMania 12. The triple threat match with
13, he was injured. 14,
we're skipping
injured.
with Triple H and Chris Benoit at WrestleMania 20. His series with the Undertaker, singular, 2 times, and his match with Kurt Angle. That's Mr. WrestleMania.
That match was one of my top Shawn Michaels WrestleMania matches, man.
Yeah, and so the battle is to rattle off someone else with a similar resume.
Cena.
John Cena. So
what about Taker? How about... All right.
I'm taking Taker complete because he is the ultimate Mr. Reigns.
Taker is Mr. WrestleMania because take away Taker is maybe his first...
You take away
his first 10
or 11 WrestleMania.
You take away Giant Gonzalez. You take away
King Kong Bundy.
Think about
King Kong Bundy.
Randy Orton, Edge,
Yes.
Batista, Shawn Michaels twice, Triple H 3 times, Ric Flair.
Batista.
I don't.
Probably by quantity, you might have something.
Cena.
Brock Lesnar. Bray Wyatt, even though
That's a good argument for
CM Punk.
Yeah,
CM Punk. Yeah.
Just by rattling those off right now,
I love
The Undertaker has more.
But Triple H had Shawn Michaels and Chris Benoit. He had John Cena.
Yep.
He had Ultimate Warrior. He had Roman Reigns. He had. I can't name all.
Triple H has one of my favorite matches in WrestleMania history. It was him and
Batista.
Stephanie versus Ronda and Kurt Angle.
Yes.
I was there for that shit.
If I had to show wrestling to any non-wrestling fan for the very first time, it would be Ronda and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
You gotta watch that.
You want to show Ray and Eddie at Halloween Havoc?
Ooh.
No.
Because they wouldn't be able to handle it.
Because the match I'm talking about has everything. It has great action. It has main event stars. It has an outside celebrity main star who happened to segue into being a regular wrestler. It has all those things. It has a lot of entertainment value.
If anything, I would show Eddie versus DDP.
That's a good match.
That's a great match.
Yeah.
Diamond cut out of nowhere.
What about Randy?
Randy
and Triple H? The 2009?
Randy is very.
2009 Randy. Was it 2009 Randy? Randy was at the top
10 or 11.
Ball-headed.
That match died in the building. And the crowd heat is a big part of these things. The crowd was dead for that match.
Randy is very underappreciated too.
Randy, yeah.
Well, not really, but
he is there.
He's there, but people do not understand what they had when
they had him. Yeah. No, Randy is.
How about Dwayne?
You
jerk!
No.
Dwayne not Mr WrestleMania, but
Dwayne had a great career, but he had a bad career outside.
Dwayne had argument.
Ken Shamrock, Stone Cold 3 times.
If you're not main event with Stone Cold in 3 Manias, then there's a problem. Stone Cold alone, all you gotta do is show up, and you go in the main event.
Unless you're Scott Hall. There you go.
That delayed
stunner,
yeah.
I mean, this debate, this argument.
That was my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Who's that?
Razor.
There you go. No.
There you go.
Okay, with Razor Ramon, like when I first got into wrestling, I went to the Brooks Pharmacy across the street there.
Oh shit.
Okay, and I bought my first wrestling magazine with my money, and Bret Hart was on the cover of WWE magazine. So I bring him to the counter. The cashier says, "So, who's your favorite wrestler?" And I'm a kid. And I'm just like, him, I guess, Bret Hart. It was Razor Ramon. Honestly, it was Razor Ramon. But I was a kid, so she's like, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" I'm like, "It's the guy on the cover, Bret Hart."
Being Hispanic, I'm Dominican. Just Razor, that's my dude.
He wasn't even Hispanic.
That's the problem. That pissed me off. But yo,
man's from fucking Montana or some shit.
But that's my dude, though. He represented us.
Yeah, he watched Scarface.
Hey,
he's eating the pineapple.
I like pineapple too.
All I had for years was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah, for you, and I had a Junior Duck. I had that.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're going to end the podcast. It doesn't matter if you